Okay.
Everything is inappropriate. So the next gun we got to shoot was the new Christensen 10.
Okay, let's just hold it this way so we don't,
Okay.
you know.
So point it at Dustin.
Right in the face.
Well, you didn't tell him to not point it at me when they were going the other direction.
Actually,
And remember who pays the paychecks around here.
remember?
No pressure at all. I found that pretty much anything a woman says the third time is annoying. It's not specific to your voice, just your gender, so don't get offended. Hello, I'm Larry, and this is Carter's Country. Got Justin Carter with me here today, and we're going to do something called the 22 Showdown. Now, you're probably wondering, why are you calling it the 22 Showdown? Well, the reason is the person who edits these videos once we're done with them says it's going to be called the 22 Showdown. So whether I tell you that or not, that somehow would make its way onto the screen. So Justin and I have kind of just surrendered and said, okay, it's the 22 Showdown. But how's that for hype and build up, huh? Everybody should be excited for this video. What we're going to do, it is pretty neat actually. We're going to take out some different 22s, different setups, some semi-automatic, some bolt action, and we're going to put them on the range using the same ammo in all tests and kind of see how they perform out there. I think probably, I don't know if it's a lack of trust in our shooting ability or maybe just for the sake of keeping the baseline fair for all the guns, we're going to use a shooting sled to take the human element out of it to whatever extent we possibly can, which I've found to be good in anything that involves me. So we're going to have the 22 Showdown, take some rifles out there, kind of see how they perform, making the test as like for like as we possibly can. What are your thoughts on it? What do you expect?
I'm excited. This has been something that our editor has discussed with me for a while. We're both 22 fans, and I have a 22, and I won't say which one it is, but you'll know when it wins which one it is, and hers is going to lose. So we'll keep it up through the process, and we'll obviously be honest, but I'm very excited to see what happens.
So just to be clear, we're taking the human element out of this to whatever extent possible, but obviously there's some sort of personal rivalry between Justin and our editor. It's not smart to have a rivalry with the person that edits and makes the final cut, because you could end up looking really,
just come
really
to the
bad.
store and I'll tell you which one is my favorite.
Okay.
Let me know. Or just, actually comment which one is my favorite. You can guess. So
We'll probably see by the way you're cradling it as you set it gently into the sled. It's going to be obvious.
it could be compensated. There's some aggressive moves on it, but it's there.
Okay, well, I generally an intro is to give you an idea of what to expect, but I'm not sure we've accomplished that here. So why don't we quit talking and head out to the range?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. All right, well, the first gun that we took out there was the Ruger Precision in 22, and it's just a great gun. I mean, this is a great gun in any caliber, but it was really fun in the 22 with that, with a great trigger, zero recoil, obviously, and it was just a lot of fun to shoot. It's got a good weight to it. It's just a perfect bench gun.
Yeah, well, it's nice because it's based off of the 1022 platform. So for those of you that have a 1022, all your magazines are compatible with it. It's your traditional shooting gun. It's heavy. It's got not heavy, but it's got enough weight to it so that what minimal recoil you do have is gone by the time you get behind it. So it's cool. Definitely been dressed up by my dad. I can see the color scheme is in his style. Quotes around style.
So if you're hunting squirrels in the snow, this
is your solution. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's going to kill us for that.
It's okay.
But yeah, it
can only
looks
get so
nice.
mad for
it really
so
does,
long.
Billy. We love it. It looks great.
Congrats.
And like you said, the 1022 format. I mean, who doesn't own a 1022 in some form? Yeah. So having magazines that are interchangeable and things like that is a big plus.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that Ruger knew if we're building a 22, we need to keep the 1022 format on that for that reason. So
for sure.
Great gun and a lot of fun.
Yep. The next gun we got to shoot was a new Christensen 22. It's got their 1022 platform. This was my first time getting to shoot this gun as a whole. I've been excited to see it because it's very similar to the Bergara that I've got. Shot really, really well, I thought. Same concept. It's got a lot of their new technology, which is a carbon fiber barrel, which may be a little bit excessive for a 22, but definitely keeps the weight down. No overheating issues with that gun at all. It's got your
threaded
barrel to give you that solution if you're into suppressor shooting. Nice action on it, nice setup as a whole. Definitely like the color scheme on this. They make it in a couple different colors, which is exciting to see. But definitely enjoyed shooting this gun a whole lot.
Yeah, the carbon fiber barrel kind of dresses it up. Like you said, it may not be necessary, but if you're already making the investment in a Christensen rifle, why not?
Yeah, it's
why stop short? Just go all out.
Just run the gambit with all you got.
Right.
So really cool gun to shoot.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so this one I believe is yours. So we'll probably just let you do most all the talking.
Yes, definitely. Like I mentioned earlier, I do have the Bergara. They're 22 on the same 1022 platform as the previous two. Great setup. Went a little overboard on the optics, but makes it a lot more fun when you're shooting a little bit further distances.
A lot of people don't put a telescope on a 22. This is nice.
It's meant to go distance a little bit, so other people can see 100 yards. I can see 400. It's a win. As soon as the gun came out, I got excited because it was a neat gun to see. Definitely a neat gun to start shooting. I mean, a lot of Bergara stuff that they're coming out with is pretty amazing as a whole. I think it's shot well. Obviously, we'll see. Well, you'll see the results sooner than we will. So the Bergara BXR in 22, their 1022 platform was pretty solid.
Yeah, you know, Bergara, once they decided to get, you know, not just in the barrel making business, but to actually get into the rifle business, seems like they're just cranking out one winner after another. And it was good to see that even though they dropped down to a lower caliber, they didn't compromise anything. This is every bit of the quality and craftsmanship as a Bergara 300 Win Mag or 6.5 Creedmoor or anything else. They didn't cut any corners or change anything about their quality standards, and they produced just a phenomenal 22 that you can mount a Hubble telescope on if you choose, which you did. So
it's got everything I needed to do. So which is nice. I mean, the key to remember with 22 shooting is it's more for fun, more for sport. It's more about just going out and getting on the range for a little while.
Okay, for our next gun, and let me just say, man, I wish y'all could see some of the outtakes that go on here because what just happened really should be on a video, but it's probably best that it not be. We stayed with Bergara. This is the bolt action. It's the BPF. The things I was talking about between takes here was this gun is owned by our editor, director, camera person, and there's a bit of a rivalry going on between you and her about your Bergaras, kind of like a little Bergara fight going on. I don't want to be anywhere near any of it because she can edit these things to make me look even worse than I do on my own. Your last name is on my paycheck, so I'm just going to bail out of this, let you talk about this gun, and try not to disparage her gun while you're doing so.
I'll try not to.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's a sweet shot.
Wait until you shoot a better one. It is always nice to remember what we do here. Actually, in all fairness to the gun, really neat gun to shoot. I like the adjustable cheek plate on it. It's definitely a neat aspect to a 22 that you don't think you need until you're actually shooting it, and then you realize how nice it is to actually get your head up above there, especially if you're looking for elevation in long distance shooting. There's the heavier barrel, also a big fan. Obviously, we don't have to stress out a lot about the weight on it, but it takes a lot of that movement out when you're on a bench, which is a great solution for you. In general, the gun shoots perfectly. They're still sub-MOA guns that they're great as a whole. So that was almost difficult for me to say.
Before this turns into another Bergara spat and we have to edit this again, trying to pick the differences of which is better between these two Bergaras, you have to be really picky and really dig to find something bad to say about either one of them. So could we please, just for the sake of peace and harmony here at Carter's Country, just say it's a tie and they're both fantastic? Can we do that?
We'll try.
Okay.
Probably not though. In general, any of these guns lined up together as a whole, if you look at some of what they offer, they're very direct for the people that are buying them. And I keep saying this in a lot of the videos that we're doing and a lot of things we're talking about is we have such a selection here some days at the stores that, I mean, you could come in and get really excited about the trigger on this gun, but you could come in and get extremely excited about the precision on the Ruger Precision. You could get, I mean, there's so many different aspects of each of these guns.
Absolutely, yeah. But all offering a great shooting experience. These guns will last you a lifetime, do everything you want them to do, but there's still going to be little differences, and that's where it comes to personal preference. Yeah. And that's why it's important for us in our stores to have as much of a variety of these things as we can.
Let us know which 22s you like. I would be fascinated to see if you have preferences, what your preferences are, and if you have other lineups that you want us to see us shoot. I think it would be fun. And I think we have one more gun, which is the most unique out of the guns.
Yeah, so totally different direction with this one, no doubt about it.
It went somewhere.
It's over here. All right, for this last one, like Justin had mentioned, we went in a totally different direction. This is a Browning SA-22. The other 4 guns obviously are bench guns, modern technology, cutting edge, long range shooting type rifles. The Browning SA-22 is as classic as the 22 guns. This gun and this design has been around so long. I remember it when I was a kid. Yeah. So that's old.
Ago.
Yes, very long time ago. It's got some unique features. You actually, there's a little rod you take out of the back there. You point the gun downward and drop your shells in this way into the gun. Once it's loaded, you push that rod back in and close it. Also, there's no action on the sides. It's bottom ejection. Your action's right there. Browning loved innovating. He loved doing things different. And so many of the things he came out with years ago, the most modern guns out there are using his designs and technology.
Still today.
Yeah, absolutely. And thankfully, Browning still makes this. It's when I was a kid, it was a 22. Now it's a classic. Yeah. And this one, you can see the beautiful maple tiger stripe on it. Really high-end, beautiful gun. You can take it out, you can hunt with it, you can shoot with it, you can have all the fun in the world. You take it back home and it's, to me, a piece of art. Yeah. You can hang it on a wall, put it in a gun cabinet, and it's gonna stand out. It's just a beautiful design, a beautiful gun all around. And not surprising with it being a Browning, it shoots fantastic.
It does. It's one of those guns that you'd imagine that your grandmother would have in the garden to make sure the rabbits stay out, and then also, they'd have them just in the house.
Yeah,
all the time.
I mean, and like I said, when I first saw this gun, we were out in East Texas, out in Crockett, plinking at snakes, rabbits, squirrels. It was just an all-around gun. I look at it now and I don't appreciate what a great little gun it was back then. It was just the gun that was there that I had a chance to shoot. This thing is just, it's unbelievable. I'm always a fan of guns anyway, the designs, the way they were out, everything about them. But when you take one that looks like this and functions like this and it's so unique,
it's a win.
It's just a win all the way around.
That's the main reason I think we couldn't leave it out of this video, is because you have to see a little bit about where the world comes from and where it's headed to. So
right. This is just a start, and if you guys like this video, let us know that in the comments. We'll be happy to do more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We obviously had a lot of fun with these guns, and anytime I can get paid and shoot guns at the same time, I'm all for it. So please, in your comments, other 22s you would like to see, other types of guns tested.
Also too, just because we need to make sure that there is a definitive winner, if y'all can vote on what could be the winner, and remember, just remember, that's all you have to do.
I've seen people have less stress over a $500 bet than you two have over bragging
My name's
rights.
Justin Carter. It's been a pleasure being here. Just remember.
It's not really fair. She's behind the camera. She can't get out here and say anything to advocate for her.
So yeah, I think we had a great time.
Yeah,
so if
absolutely.
we can do anything else, let us know for you. We'll always be around.
Be sure, and if you enjoyed the video, like it, follow us, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. We'll be as responsive as we can, and if you come up with a video idea and it's something we can make work for you, we will absolutely do it. Remember, if you've ever shot, shopped, or hunted with us, you're already a part of the Carter's Country family. Till next time, adios. That is a gorgeous tiger stripe in there.
And I like that it has some like it has a little bit of difference in it.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't look manufactured.
It's unique.
Character.
Okay.
All right. It's been dressed up. This one is property of the camera person, and apparently she likes to. Okay, never mind.
That's my dad's.
Okay.
I can't say the C word.
Okay. Did not know that was the super. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready when you're ready, Larry.
All right.
That's a good way to kill 2 hours. That was a joke. A joke. We're supposed to be funny on here,
Her
right?
response did not seem to be a joke. So somebody had to reschedule an eye appointment. Big deal. Well,
Not my problem.
yeah.